Hello again, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm solving my puzzle Leapfrog of War by 4. This is a sequel to my previous puzzle Leapfrog of War. I believe there's a video on this channel of me solving that one. That one was pretty easy, this one is a little more difficult. The rules are that normal sudoku rules applies to the digits 1 through 9 in every column, every row, and every 3x3 box. Fog of War, as you can see, the fog covers a grid and correctly placing a digit removes the fog from the surrounding cells. So the right digit there is going to clear all of that fog. No guessing is required. Leapfrog rule, frogs, like the frogs you see there, they cover the grid and adjacent digits across frogs leap in value and differ by exactly 4. All possible frogs are given. All possible frogs are given. That's a key to the solving of this puzzle. So the first thing we know is that this has to be a 5 because 5 and 1 and 5 and 9 are 4 apart, but no other digits have two other digits that are 4 apart within the digits 1 through 9. So this is a 5. Fog is cleared. We know there's a 1 and 9 here. The 2 is 4 away from 8, so that's an 8. Yeah, great. 2 is 4 away from 6, so that's a 6. Okay, basic math is required for this puzzle. 1 there and 9 there gives us some more frogs. 3 plus 4 is 7. 8 minus 4 is 4. 2 plus 4 is 6 this time. Now we have 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now the 3 is not here. 8 is not there. And at this point, without using the negative constraint, I think you're stuck. We can guess what these are. There's 2 possibilities, a couple possibilities over here, 2 possibilities there. But the key to going on, I believe here, the only way to move forward here is to say that a 6 can't go next to a 2 without a frog, because all possible frogs are given. There's no 6 next to that 2, none there, and none there next to that 2, and no 6 in the row with that 6. So none of these are 6. The 6 in box 5 is there, and then we have a 4, 7, 8 here, and the 4 and 8 can't go together without a frog between them because all possible frogs are given. If that were a 4 and an 8, there would be a frog between them. So there's a 7 there. And now we know that this digit cannot be a 3 or a 7. Those cannot be 6 and 2 because of that 6. And that one cannot be a 1, 5, or 9. Therefore, the only possible pair here is the 4, 8 pair, which are 4 apart across that frog. Now this 4, 8 is next to a cell that has 4, 7, or 8. Well, that 4, 8 cannot be next to another 8. The 4 here cannot be next to an 8, and the 8 here cannot be next to a 4. So there's no 4 or 8 there, and that is a 7. Now, no 7s left. This cell sees a 4 in the row, so it's the 8. And that's the 4. And this is the 8. And we get another frog. Now, no 8 there. This 3 has to go in column 5 somewhere, so it's down here. And 3 plus 4 is 7, so that's a 7. This is a 4, 6 that are left in the column. 6 can't go next to a 2 because there's not a frog between them. So that is a 4, and that is a 6. In this row, we have a 6. It can't go in its box. It has to go over here, but not next to the 2. So that's the 6. Now we need a 5 in the row, and a 5 can't go next to a 9. So the 5 is there. This is a 3, 4, 8. And not that it matters, but that can't be the 3 because this can't be a 4 and an 8 together without a frog. This column needs a 1, 2, 5, 9. And the 2 can't go in a box with itself. And now we have a 1, 5, 9 up there. Well, that can't be a 1, 5 or a 5, 9, so it's a 1, 9. And this is not the 1 or the 9, it's a 2, 5, leaving a 5, 6, 7. No, 5, 6, 9 here. And this is not, no, not a 5, it's 1. 1, 6, 9, and this is not the 6 because of that 6. This box can be finished. It's 1, 3, 7, 9. These are not the 9s, and that 7 can't be next to a 3, so that's the 1. Hit the 4 instead. I use small numbers. That is 1. Now the 3, 7 can't be next to another 3, 7 without a frog. So that's the 9. This is the 3. That's the 7. And that's that row. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 2 can't go next to a 6. This is a 1, 7 pair. Okay, next. This is 4, 5, 8, 9. And a 1 or a 9 can't go next to a 5. Neither 1 nor 9 can go next to a 5. So the 5 in column 3 is here. Now that can't be a 9 with the 5 without a frog. So the 9 is down here. In this row, we need a 5. And the 5 cannot go in this box because of those 5s. Can't go out where a 1 or a 9 candidate is. Can't go next to a 9. And it can't go next to a 1 or 9. Either a 1 or 9 can't have a 5. That's the only place in the row for a 5. Now we need a, let's see. This digit can't be, it's next to a 5. It can't be a 4, 8, 5, 6. Can't be a 1, 5, 9 or a 2 next to the 6. It is a 3 or 7. This digit is possibly a 1. Can't be a 2 next to the 6. Can't be a 3 next to a 3, 7. 4 is in the row. Can't be a 5 in the row because of that. Can't be a 6 in the row. Can't be a 7, 8, or 9. It is a 1. That is a 9. This is a 2, 3, 7. This digit sees 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. It's a 1 or 6. This pair sees a 7, so it's not 7, 3. The 8, 4 there means that's not a 4, 8. So it's either a 1, 5 or a 2, 6. This 1, 6 means neither of those are 1, 6, which means neither of these are 2 or 5. This row has 1, not 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6, not 7, 8, or 9. This one sees 1, 9, 4, 6 in the box. This sees a 9. We'll deal with that in a second. This one sees 1, 6, 9, and it's a 4, 5, or 8. This pair can't be a 7, 3 because of that 7, 3. Wait, I'll do this one first. This pair can't be a 5, can't have a 5 on it, so it's not a 1, 5 or 5, 9. It's got a 2 in the box, so it can't be a 2, 6. It has either a 3 or a 7 in the box, so it can't be a 3, 7. Both a 3 and a 7. It has to be the 4, 8 pair. Now this is not the 4, 8 pair. This cannot be the 3 because that cannot be a 7. This is not the 3. That's a 2, 5, 1, 6. Same as that. So I have a 1, 6 pair in the row. Take the 1, 6 out of there and the 1, 6 out of here. Now the 9 is either here or here. And the next issue is, where is the 5 in that row? Well, it's not here. Not here because of that 5 in the column. So the 5 is in one of these 3 spots. There, there, or there. One of the yellow spots has a 5. This one can't be a 5. If that were a 5, that's a 2 and a 6 and a 1. And now the 5 and 1 don't have a frog. So that one is not the 5 by negative constraint. One of these 2 is the 5, and whichever one can't have a 9 next to it. So either this is the 5 and it's not a 9, or this is the 5 and that's not a 9. Either way, that is not a 9. That's not a 9. This is the 9, which is going to clear enough fog for us to see that there's no frog there. So that can't be a 5-1 pair. So if this were a 5, this would have to be a 6 and not a 1. Then that's a 2. This isn't a 5 because of that 5. So if this is a 5, 6, 2, and then where's 5 here? That's already a 5, so that can't be a 5. If this is a 5, these are broken. This is the 5 in the row, he says, typing an 8. Not a 5. Okay. This is a 4 or an 8, so it is the 8. This is a 4. Takes the 4s out of here. This is not the 8 or the 4. It is the 9. This is the 1 and the 9. This is what, I forget what that is. Well, the 8 goes there by sudoku. And it's 7 that I'm missing. Okay, 7. These are not 9s. This is a 3 because of that 8. That's the 4, the 3, the 5, 2, 4. 8. 2 goes with a 6, makes this a 1 and a 6 and a 2. This is an 8 in the row. That's a 4. 5 goes there, and that's a 3. Now I have a 1, 2, 7 left. This is a 5, so that 5, and that's a 3. This 5, that cell is next to a 5. It can't be a 1, and it's in a column with a 2, so that's the 7. This is now the 1. This is not a 2 or 7, it's a 3. That's a 7 in the row, and the 2 in the row, and the 1 there, and the 2 there. This is the 7, and now we're left with our last 2 rows. And this is where the final little trick comes. This is a 1, 6 pair. 1, 6. And that can't be a 1 because it's next to a 5 without a frog, so that's a 6. That's a 1. That's a 1 and a 6. 4, 8 still need a 7, 9 here. This is not the 4. And I can take my corner marks out of there. This one needs a 2 and a 9. And a 3, 4 in the final pair. Okay, if you look around, there's no candidate there that is 4 away from a number next to it. So we don't need a frog there. This puzzle has to be solved right now by using the negative constraint. We need to find somewhere where digits can't be next to each other without a frog. because digits that are 4 apart need a frog. So that 2 and 7, 9 and 7, that's not a difference of 4. 5 and 8, or 5 and 8 with 6, neither is 4 away. 2 and 5 with a 4. 8, 2 and 7, 9, that's not a problem. These aren't problems, and that's not a problem. So there's going to be an issue to solve this puzzle and figure out which way these things go. I mean, this is either a 4, 8, 5, 2, 9, 7, 3, or the other, whatever one I just didn't say there. That one of them is the one and the other is the other. That might be enough of a clue right there as to how to solve this puzzle. So somewhere in here, there's going to be numbers that are 4 apart that cannot be next to each other without a frog. And I'll save a little time and just say it's right there. That's the only place in the row where there's 2 candidates that differ by 4. And the 9 and 5 cannot go next to each other there. The 9 and 8 can also not go next to each other. Because if a 9 and an 8 are together in there, there's a 2, 5 there that breaks there. And if the 9 and 8 are here, there's a 2, 5 there that breaks there. So the 9 cannot go with the 8. The 9 has to go with the 5. And it cannot go with the 5 there without a frog. So this is the 9-5 pair. That is the final solution to this puzzle. 9 and 5 across a frog. And from there, it's just finishing off. And we are done with the puzzle, except for running the credits. And that's 4 in the corner. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And every time I do a fog puzzle, I get comments about people having to use guessing to get through the puzzle. And I wanted to make this video and have it ready to post before I post or publish the puzzle, so that people who say that they had to guess to solve the puzzle can come here and watch it and see how I do it without guessing. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.